Hey guys, happy Wednesday, and we're working on push press today. Still working on tempo work, so if you come the last couple days, you'll understand this, but we're gonna be going relatively light, so you might go from the ground or you might come out of a rack, but for our push press, we wanna start with that weight resting on the shoulders, right? Feet are right under the hips. We're gonna do a quick dip and drive, and the tempo will start from the top. So we're gonna go slow on the way down, set, going 1 rep at a time. Okay, remember the tempo is gonna change round to round, but we're really focused on keeping that weight on the shoulders. Look at my elbows about 45 degrees. The dip is straight down and up. Explode up and reset for every rep. Okay, so that's gonna be our strength today. Again, we're building a baseline for future weeks, right? So focus on good position. We'll build on this as we go over the next cycle. Our workout today is gonna have 3 movements. It's gonna be kind of a pyramid setup. So we're gonna start with 3 rope climbs, 200-meter run, 40 wall balls, and then go backwards the other way. Okay, so let's talk rope climbs. That's why I got this shin pad on. You always want to have something to protect the skin on your shin. All right, always chalk up those hands. Okay, the most basic thing you can do for rope climbs if you're just learning is to do a rope lower. So your feet stay on the ground, straddle your feet nice and wide, start your hands high, and try to keep your body as straight as possible as you lower yourself down to the ground, and then pull yourself back up. Okay, notice I did that whole thing without bending my body at all. It's a little bit easier if you bend your knees, okay, and come down and back up. If you do this option, you're gonna do 2 times as many reps, all right? As you start to get more comfortable, you're gonna try to go up the rope. So main thing here is focus on using a good solid anchor with your feet. Try not to focus on pulling yourself up with your arms. So watch, I'm gonna keep my hands nice and tall, arms straight. I'm gonna lift my knee up first. And again, watch my arms. I'm gonna set the anchor first and then stand and pull at the same time. I reach up my hands again. Watch, I'm not pulling my body up with my arms. I don't wanna pull like that. What I wanna do is arms straight, lift my knees, and then arms and legs at the same time, okay? When you come down, you're basically just gonna loosen that anchor a little bit to allow yourself to lower down. You can look down, hop off. Always be careful of when you land, just don't land. Be careful of rolling your ankle on the excess rope on the floor, okay? Again, if you're not comfortable going all the way up with that, just go as high as you feel comfortable and do that for 3 reps, all right? The other movement is gonna be the wall ball. So I'm using the target here. You might use the line. Priority on this is good depth in your squat and being consistent on the target that you hit. So you can adjust the weight of the ball or the height that you throw, but just make sure you get a good squat every time. Focus on keeping your eyes up on the target. Good squat stance. You're gonna squat below parallel, drive, catch, and try to connect those movements together. You only have to do 1 set of these, so try to keep a pretty big set, and then push it through the second half of the workout. That's our conditioning, guys. Let's talk about our finisher. So for our finisher, we have 3 movements, 2 classic upper body ones. It's gonna be a skull crusher and bicep curl. And then also another chance to practice our handstand walking. We did this on Monday in the workout. Today we're gonna do it as a finisher, so more time to focus on just basic skill and strength. So the first 2 movements, the kind of classic bodybuilding ones, is a skull crusher. I'm on the ground. You can do this on a bench as well, but focus on keeping the triceps straight up and down, okay? Bring the weight down at the bottom so it's touching your head or close to the head, okay? That's the skull crusher, okay? You can do that with a barbell, dumbbells, all right? Dumbbell bicep curls, all right? Again, straightforward, try not to swing the weights, just work on isolating the bicep. Good control on the way down, explosive on the way up, all right? Handstand walking, now obviously you have some time to practice. So the main drill that I like to use is the wall. We call this the line drill, all right? And what you're gonna do is practice kicking up and practice that feeling of falling forward. So the idea of, or the prerequisite strength for doing a handstand walk is a good controlled kick up. So the first line is just a regular kick up to the wall where your feet touch the wall at the same time. So you have a good controlled kick up, right? You're not reaching for the wall. See that? Nice and controlled as both feet touch the wall at the same time. Next line back, you're still not walking, but you're gonna feel the sensation of falling through that center point. Again, with a little more control. That moment of falling is when you would walk your hands out in free space. So the third line is going to be now your first walk. As you're now comfortable kicking up, you show good control. All right, now we can practice kicking up. When you feel that sensation of falling, you walk forward 1 foot, okay? As you get better, you can make a 4th line and start to get comfortable with the timing of kicking up, falling, and moving your hands, okay? So if you're not comfortable walking yet, that's fine. Just practice getting good at kicking up, and that's gonna be great practice for your handstand walking for today, okay? That's it, guys. See you tomorrow.